Hi everybody. I'm doing a demonstration on how to do the value scales from complementary colors. So I've got my color wheel set up here and I've got my boxes all set up. We're going to start with the complementary color set. I'm going to start with 176, which is kind of a red violet. Let me get that pretty pigmented in here. And I'm going to start at one end of the color scale. I'm going to fill that box in. Got myself a decent red violet. And if you take a look at your color wheel, you will notice that the opposite of red violet, also I'm cleaning off my brush by squeezing it onto my paper towel until it's all clean. The opposite of your red violet is going to be a yellow green, so I'm going to use let's see what that is, 114, and I'm going to use that at the other end. So now I've got my beginning and end points. A little bit more water there. Too much water. Gotta spread around what's there. If you end up with a flood and just way too much water on the page, you can use your paper towel to blot. Clean it up a little bit. So that next one I'm gonna head for is the neutral. When you mix two complementary colors, you're gonna end up with a brownish neutral. It's still looking kind of red, so I'm gonna add just a bit more of the green until I get something that kind of looks like mud. If it looks like mud, you're doing it right. So there's my neutral. I'll fill that box. And then I'm going to gradually add more green till I get kind of a swampy alligator color here. Frog green. I don't know, I'm making colors up as I go. I left a little bit of white space in between because I didn't want the colors to bleed together. I'm gonna add more green to that mix till I get Kermit here. It's about the same color as Kermit. And again, I'm leaving that little bit of space in between so the colors don't bleed. Adding a little bit more green to the mix. When you add a teeny bit of a color's complement, you get a more subdued version of the base color. So instead of this neon green, it's a little bit more neutralized, downplayed. I'm cleaning off my brush again. And then I think I'll just add another layer over here so we can get a better sense of the color. Too much liquid, so I went over and dabbed some of the liquid off. Let that dry for a little while. And now I've got to make my neutral again. So I'm going to clear off that mixing area. Start with that green. Clean off the brush. Get some of my red violet in here. Got my brown going again. And now I'm going to give it some more purple. So I end up with a warmer brown. It's like a warm neutral. And then gradually add more of my red violet to the mix till I get this kind of cranberry color, burgundy. It's a toned down red violet. Then we're going to add more purple, red violet to the mix till we get our nice berry stain shade here. I'm making colors up. It's fun to make up the names of colors, I think. I call this one berry stain. Then I'm cleaning the brush off again while I squeeze. You can see the water coming out. It's going to help flush any pigment that's still stuck to the tip of my brush. And then I think I'm just going to go over my base one more time. I'm going to put a glazed layer over it. So you get a more vibrant version. But there's my color scale from bright red violet to bright yellow green, and all of the neutrals in between. This is looking a little bit yellow to me. It should be a little bit darker. Should be less yellow and more purple. So I'm gonna see if I can get a better neutral by mixing in some green here. It's looking pretty good. And then I'm gonna cover the center square. And I have a visitor knocking at my door, so that is the demonstration for the moment. Have a good one.